And it is with pleasure that we hand you over to our casters for the 6 games you will be experiencing today. Richard, Lauren, please take it away.
Thanks, guys. And yeah, we'll do that with absolute pleasure. Yeah, we are going to have a little bit of a close eye on are any of those contested drops around? Is anyone getting a little bit too close for comfort? Or is it all hunky-dory and everyone's pretty fair to go? I think coming into this, my mind instantly turns to someone like Tornado Energy and also TSM, having a little bit of a rough ride, to say the least, in their previous games. Rich, where does your mind go?
For this one in particular, it's who can start to step up to that higher echelon, which Northern Lights, to be honest with you, has achieved. When you look at the scoreboard and where people are sitting, I mean, naturally, you would expect Group B to be up there because they've played more games than anybody else.
Yeah.
The outstander of that is, of course, Better Luck Next Time. They've played 2 games, but down in 20th position. But then again, they've just appeared to be memeing at this point and attacking teams for no reason whatsoever. But that aside, Northern Lights to be placed 4th within this, 71 points in total, with only 1 day played, I think it is an absolute stellar and stunning performance. There are other teams now that have a chance to step up to that plate. Rough initial circle. As I say rough, there isn't too many people that are deep down there and that's given the flight path. You don't see any Impala teams or Puerto Parezo just yet. They're a little bit further split away from their teammates. If they could have regrouped for that, I think, again, I'll hold. That should be an easy frag. 10 out of 10 for that. Not going to miss no matter what you do.
It's going to feel good.
And funnily enough,
TSM,
it's the team which they engage with at first. Now, there's 2 questions to this in this method of madness. One, are either of these 2 teams tracking one another? Miraku, just hold that nade for a while. Don't throw it just yet. Hold it for a bit longer. And maybe you can bait someone into the engagement. Bard goes for a slide-off angle to the left-hand side, but he has been spotted, so that's a good read from EIQ for now. They halt him in his tracks. EIQ really want to get this res, which is that's a ton of absolute boatload of utility committed. Almost even took his own teammate out, and for every single time they can get onto this one, it's allowing more time for EIQ to get the resuscitation, which it will come through. Novik will just stay against the side. He'll commit his own utility now. He's back on his feet.
Oh, that's a lovely molly.
Oh.
That's a lovely molly. Miraku, that's absolutely stunning.
I think that'll get it.
Nah, almost. 4 HP away. That was beautiful. Now, Fex wasn't with Miraku and Vard at the start. He was a little bit disconnected. He was slightly further towards the south, and the circle goes further south. So Fex can be the one-off element here. Maybe EIQ aren't too aware of his position yet. We're going to have to find out if that becomes a bit of a factor in a moment's time. For now, we jump on board with another fight. This is way out in the blue, though. This is, again, kind of a weird position to find yourself in. This is still pretty far north by Azahar. These 2 are kind of in a very bad position for this. Both obviously would love to get to the circle, and bear in mind, it's now shifted further south. It's going to be a problem. Fex now going to be on red alert. Does he know the double's pushed out here? I don't think he does just yet, but he's going to find out soon. If he peeks that ridge, he's going to see double. 3, 2, 1 season. Right, game on. Fex ready to go. Double has no idea. That's a freebie. That's going to be an insta-flush too. As close as you're going to get. Fex doesn't want to overstay his welcome there, but that's going to do it. Now, looking across the board, TSM aren't overreaching, aren't overstepping, but bear in mind, other teams might come down this roadway now. You've got Liquid probably going to come down here. Maybe Shift W, maybe WS, maybe Raise Your Edge. Who knows? That roadside is not going to be clear for a while, so you could have more fights here, but the fight's got another. DA getting a little bit of a glimpse towards Redline as they do make their way around. This is way more centralized.
Committed to it, which is absolutely fine. Couple does finally bleed out, but there's a response here from Smash. He takes down 2. QB and Michael fall simultaneously. Where are the backup? Where are the guys on the support? They're coming upside the hill, but it is a little bit slow. He will be able to get the first aid off. If he checks this, that'll be a 3rd in the back. Can he get the 4th? No, he cannot. Ivor stops him in his tracks, but a Lone Ranger against the rest of DA. This could be Redline going out with absolutely no punishment given to DA in return.
Yeah, Flash goes in real quick. Overs, I don't know if I caught him. I don't think he did. He's a little bit deeper than that. Smash gets flushed. That's going to be just DA wants to get this done with. They want this over with. And Smash, combination with Murd, do well, but it's not without another answer. You just saw M-Force flushing the crowd. Another fight comes in. This is a TSM fight, and it's going to be EIQ pushing them. TSM are going to be pissed at this, and I would be too. I would be livid. Not only do you lose Iro at the start to these guys, you now lost Fex too.
Everyone else can rotate around them and just set up for when it's time to go. Vard, another victim for TSM. Hawkey sees him this time. And Hawkey's still lingering with that M24, and Vard's been just kept quiet so many times, and I wonder, has he been using the snipe to its full advantage and just splitting the pack, so to speak? A quick tap here and there, no amount of damage, eliminate one from TSM, then go into the other one and just take away their vision. Tornado Energy moving on to DA, the last remnants of DA. Beautiful little bounce.
That was
And
so
that's
sick.
Digital
He predicted
Athletics
the movement.
following. It was good.
Love that.
Straight off the floor and into his arms. I like it. As they go further in, they're going to have to deal with Shift W. And Shift W has the number road. They know the positions.
Bloody
PSM
hell.
bows down in 14th. That isn't a good start for the boys. They'll be looking to try and reset for this one. They might even be a little bit angry and go a bit aggro next game. We shall see.
It's going to be hard for them to find a way forward cleanly because now we've got the Wanderer on the case. Now he may do only a little bit of damage. A knock's great. I don't know if he can get any more. He's so low. No, he can't. Himan's there. Nade comes in. Has to avoid it. Easy now. And that res isn't going to come through, but they can deny the points potentially. Wait, Liquid push back out. Hold on. Liquid's here. Liquid's just pushed towards Shift W.
So they're coming to have a wander across. That's absolutely. I mean, that's fine. If they want to get involved with it while they're down, you might as well do so. They still won at least. Clip picks him up. Now you got to look for Kilyak. If you manage to take him down, then you've got a bit of room to advance forward to the circle. Nope, not quite. Rather unfortunate, but again, it's at least a point denied with the resuscitation coming through. Zocker's down low. He'll go for the heal. So clearly now Liquid know the position of these guys. I can see the nade's been cycled again. You'd expect those to land somewhere close. If they can smoke it off and get in front of them and then force SW to approach them at advance, that will be the benefit. But the problem is Ragey Reg's position. Ragey Reg are boxed in by IW. There's nowhere really they can go without being shot at. So Ragey Reg might just say, okay, let's hold position and try and take as many kills as we possibly can before moving out. Now, I can see it on the map. You guys can't. IW have gone for a 2-2 split. They kept the main compound. They've put 2 people on the border of the circle opposite Raise Your Edge. This just becomes even more difficult for everybody else in the northeast to try and transition into the safety net.
Yeah, it's rough as anything. For Shift W, trying to make the run. Zocker's down to almost nothing. One shot will do it. Shiv might be the one to take him out of his misery. Killiak is in no better position either. Clib, easy now, bud. Don't overpeak it. Aduzi does find Zocker, but the steal was from Levent, but the nade's working out well for Clib in the end. So good to see him playing well, obviously. Keep in mind, he's one of the newer additions to this Liquid roster, and he did quite well for himself before, and obviously wants to continue to prove himself, show what he can bring to this roster. And for now, Melman's the one closest to the circle, so he can adjust, get a little bit of a safety net going. And I want to see what Na'Vi do with this. I mean, they're the ones who have to kind of come a little bit closer towards Tornado Energy. It looks like Alia is the one they're going to be focusing on first, and I wonder how that's going to go for them already. There's the engage. I don't think they knew they were there. Example gets a tag towards Tab, so he's going to have to back away from this. 4 HP is all he's got left, and this is brutal. Na'Vi on the receiving end here. Tornado Energy holding their ground.
Yeah, it's from a different angle that they lost their initial player as well. It's very problematic, and the bystanders doing just that and watching all this from their north. They're in the west, just below the northern lights. Still not inside the circle. They're watching this side of the road. The position that they're in is slightly elevated compared to the rest of these teams, but if there's some free points to be had, they will do so. Those shots in the back that you can hear kicking off, that is now toward bystanders. Best of balls to an aid from Alia. There is a response in the form of orange. Melman turns up on the back of the buggy, and away we go. Navi's eliminated in 10th position. One down, but certainly not out. The resuscitation may come through. And if Tornado Energy get through this cleanly and keep 4 alive, the circle, they're on the faster side. So they've got a bit of work to do, but they do have some vehicles.
Oh, this is going to be brutal now. You've got 2 teams on the very south side, and then Tornado Energy just trying to thread the needle, get through the middle of it. Example's readying himself, but you can see the crest coming in soon. Novik's nade fights pretty, and they might be baffled. Oh, goodbye, Example. Lines him up, knocks them down, points galore. Goodbye, bystanders. And now the question mark turns towards, does Entropic press the issue, or do they back away?
Reggie and Dovik working in tandem. If they can single these players out from Enforce, they may have small chance. But once they've run that gauntlet, they go around the corner, and then they feel the full force of EIQ as well. So, bit of a 3-way standoff here, unfortunately. Team Liquid have moved forward, so have IW, but they've lost players while doing so. Northern Lights, they went further afield into the circle. BSD and Rupture going down to Team Liquid. That's an instant confirmation for Clib as well. This is nice from Liquid. They've capitalized on one of the knocks that happened off the back of the Northern Lights, and they are punishing IW.
Yeah, DV's looking interesting contested, but this is clean thus far. If they keep it like this, that's excellent. And what a great game between now. Ooh, the heady on that one. Stunner. Absolute stunner. You love to see it. Now, a little bit of a nab there came from Spyro, but good damage done by Liquid. They've been really quite ferocious in this. They're keeping up on those kills with the likes of Tornado Energy. And speaking of Tornado Energy, they're in all kinds of trouble. Quizzy just got knocked, so... You know, example being, I'm pretty sure the only one alive for them, they might have a shorter run here, but they are getting the kills. M-Force don't seem too fussed by this. The smoke will at least deny the vision there, but DV definitely keeping track of this. So beyond that, Tornado Energy still alive and kicking with 2. Northern Lights more focused towards that. So you've kind of got the East and West split. The West has maybe M-Force, DV, Liquid, and then you've got, so the East has those 3, and then you've got kind of Northern Lights and Tornado Energy. There's the first engage. Mexi in the... Very much valley of death here, this could be. Low ground against high. Oh, that nade! How is he alive? Lucky, lucky boy. Clib might have to play a big role in this. Same with James. These two have to be able to provide a little bit. If he's definitely aware that there could be a problem from M-Force, but seeing this fight happen should spur on Liquid. If they understand where these teams are, M-Force are now preoccupied. They might get a second or two to try and make this happen, which is exactly what they're going to try and do. Work the advantage while it's in their favor. M-Force are very focused on getting rid of the remainders here. Northern Lights are getting in the battle, but there's James. Nice work from Liquid to strike while the iron's hot. That is exactly what they had to do to stay in this. And Northern Lights have just shifted south. So again, north and south divide now. DV, Liquid, north, south, Northern Lights, TE, and M-Force. And Northern Lights, well, they're about to sweep this, Rich. Deep's come in, Dogs has gone down, and now I'm scared for any team down here. Example's trying to hold on. Tornado Energy doing wonders on the kill feed, but Northern Lights have so many players.
Yeah, 2 fights on 2 different fronts. Example's finally fallen, but it didn't go without doing damage towards the Northern Lights. Perfect Jix is down. Clib also onto Willardon this time. So DB feeling the full force here of Liquid, been able to do so much damage and wipe them off the face of the planet. Spyro Batulins deep. Do the same factor onto M-Force, but we are 1 player down. Down but not out. Smokes are up, and this gives Team Liquid some kind of idea to where these players are. Any kind of utility that could be thrown through if they get a little bit close. See James lobbing a nade here and there. Maybe they take a player down. On the outskirts of the circle, now both of these teams should know exactly where the other is. This could be...
They're keeping track of it, though. Batulins is turning.
Yeah.
James is good for 1, but how do the rest capitalize on it? How do the rest do any damage off the back of it? That's what I'm waiting for. James is now on his feet. So here we go. There's 1 down. Let's see what else he can find now. He prones back down. He's got survivability. Clib's now pushing up, and the other 2 hold the right side. This is nice. Northern Lights now congregating. 3 of them pretty close by. If they had a nade, so much damage could come through, but Northern Lights are trying to stabilize. They've got to try and slow down the roll from Liquid, but they are chomping at the bit. You can see Clib just wants to dive in on it, and I don't blame him. You know you want to get in on this one, but James goes down. There's the nades going back in. Northern Lights still holding on. He's still got Ivy on the feet. Mexi on the feet, but not for long. Mexi now left in a 1v3, I believe. Make it a 1v2. Mexi can't do enough. The Northern Lights hold on to the very end. Beautifully handled, beautifully played. This is why we love those sort of matchups. That sort of ending is exactly it. Beautiful theories, nice ideas. Rich, you pointed out that little prone play, trying to give them a chance in that.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, or die from last shot. I pray my dick get big as the Apple Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud 9, and this 9 is never on vacation. Start up that mind.